Shut up, Wesley.
Oh!
Roger, Roger.
Oh. Huh?
All rise, order in the court. It's Monday. It's time.
Yeah, it is that time, Creed. Shut up, Wesley.
Shut up,
What is that from, by the way? I have no idea what that's from.
Don't even remember. Kids, you're moving.
Should be working too.
That's fine.
Have to move. Oh my God, you've been evicted?
What is the
landlord tenant case coming with you in it?
Obviously, she was gone for like 2 months in Florida. What is the Canadian version of a U-Haul? Or do you guys have U-Hauls?
Oh, that's a good one.
Arizona plates on them. I was reporting for duty. If Creed sounds like he just woke up, we had a very long weekend. So, yeah, I'm half here. Sorry, I missed out on a nice chase last night, huh?
Oh, yeah, you missed out on a doozy of a good time. I know I felt bad. I missed so many comments. I mean, so many. It was ridiculous.
You had a good crowd.
Huge crowd. Massive crowd of people. The mods were super busy. People were in there trolling. Everybody's like, "You're handling it great." I'm like, "Yeah, it's because I'm skipping them all. I don't even know what the hell they're saying.
I don't know what's going on.
I just know shit's happening. Yeah, what? I have no idea what's even going on here. I'm barely keeping up with what's happening here in this chase. Are you crazy?
That's funny. Bill, looking at the lineup over here, there's people named Penrod. My first radio job, the GM, I guess, the station, his name is Bob Penrod. For some reason, I'll never understand this. He would call himself Pen Bobrod on the air. Not all the time. This is a small community radio station, just in the town I grew up in, basically, and a little bit of surrounding areas. And he would call, his name is Bob Penrod, and he would call himself Pen Bobrod. And it was the strangest thing. Nobody, could you not find a better fake name? You know what I mean?
It just rolls off the tongue. I mean, you gotta really stick with it when it's so good like that. I mean, you don't want to go anywhere away from it. Hey, Kay. Doug showing some booby. Thank you, Doug.
Let's see, where's he at? Where's Doug at? Oh yeah,
see him, yeah. Mr. Penrod.
Okay, yeah, Doug Doug-Rod.
But we haven't been with Judge Webster, and I don't know when. I said, why not? Why not jump on in, see what she's dealing with? You know, she deals with a lot of different things all at once. It's not just like traffic stuff. It's just cornucopia of different things. Shut up, Wesley.
That's why. That's why I don't know.
That's why I didn't know it. But it's great. I thought it was the guy from American Dad. So I was like, oh, okay. So that makes sense.
Oh, you do have U-Hauls in Canada. No shit.
Friends with trucks. Humble brag.
Do you have any friends with trucks that are like this? They don't do that stupid shit in Canada.
No, they would never do that.
No.
Not in Canada.
And money from Mary Lou Hughes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. 10 bones getting us way to start. We setting the bar high this week, Mary Lou?
Mary Lou.
Mary Lou.
Thanks for $10.
Let's see what old Judge Webster's got for us today.
458, State of Kansas versus Kristen Nicole Huerta.
Yeah.
Well, Huerta.
Hello,
on behalf of the state, Your Honor. Joshua Andrews on behalf of Ms. Huerta, who should be present. Yes, she is present, Your Honor.
And how does she wish to proceed, Mr. Andrews?
Your Honor, I've had the opportunity to visit with her, review the discovery. At this point, we are requesting one final continuance just to explore the possibility of a plea. I don't think that it's going to take much time. I just need to be able to connect with the county attorney's office. I think this one would be one that would be good for Judge Lee's docket for either a plea or announcement for trial.
Interesting.
Well, the case is over a year old, but it looks like you were a late appointment.
Two Bones, thank you, Gary. By the way, we
Gary, where are you?
a couple of announcements to make about Fan of the Year and the Secret Santa thing, but we'll do that. Let's kind of we'll get into this a little bit, and then we'll. That cool?
That sounds great. Sounds great.
Case, Mr. Andrews. Mr. Regier, your response to putting this on Judge Lee for trial or for plea or announcement for trial?
It's true. Best classes in the
objection to
business.
sending it over to Judge Lee's docket, Your Honor.
Very well, that will be the order. If we can find 1211 still available.
It's December 15th for Judge Lee, and it's at 1:30.
I'm available on that date and time, Your Honor.
All right, December 15th at 1:30 for plea or announcement for trial. Now, where's Miss Huerta?
Huerta.
You need to open, or you need to start your audio so we can chat a moment.
What has she got on her head?
All right,
I don't know.
Miss Huerta,
She got a
you're
horn?
accused of harassment by telecommunications
Ooh.
device
She's a
of
unicorn.
one Douglas Penrod.
Uh-oh, Dougie.
I'm going to continue your bond with conditions that you
Look She was harassing Doug here?
Yeah, on the phone.
that you continue to stay away from Douglas Penrod.
Look at the
and
shot
don't
he's got. He's
have
like,
contact with him or his home, his business, his family. Direct
What are we looking into there with Motorola G? Is that? Oh, that's clouds. Okay.
look at Dougie. He is
Yeah.
really like, yep, she wants me. Old lady. She can't handle it.
Is that his phone on his chest somehow or something? I can't. Maybe a wallet?
I don't know. That is really weird. But
Yeah.
for them both to be here too, him to be here for this?
Oh.
I
I
don't
can't
know.
wait to hear. I hope that we hear what Kristen was doing. Speaking of being here, here's Bill. He's coming all over, and he's here with us.
Oh, Mr. Cumming.
Yeah.
directly or indirectly, and that you reappear December 15th at 1:30 by Zoom. You understand that if you violate the bond, it can be revoked and you can stay in jail?
The eyes are closed and drooling for
All right.
sure.
If there's
Look at
nothing
him.
further, we'll
Hey!
be in recess. and
Out we
Mr.
moved.
Miss Herrera and
I woke him
Mr.
up.
Andrews are excused.
Did you see that? That was perfect timing.
Very good.
You're right.
You have another one, Mr. Andrews?
Yes, I do. I do have one more case on the docket, Your Honor.
All right, and who is that?
That is Crystal Click, Your Honor.
Clit.
Take that case up too.
Getting spicy for a Monday afternoon.
We're
huh?
on the record in 23 CR 243. Please announce appearances.
Superstar.
With a champion.
Joshua Andrews on behalf of Ms.
Champion,
Click,
sure.
who should be present as well.
Miss Click, where are you?
She's muted.
I'm so sorry. I'm right here, Judge. Hello.
Call me
Okay,
superstar.
here's the one marked superstar. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I didn't change that. I'm sorry. I used this.
That's all right. That's all right.
My
For what?
OnlyFans earlier.
Other things
Oh.
that are- Mr. Andrews?
Crystal
how does your
Clit,
client wish
Crystal
to
Dick,
proceed?
whichever.
Your Honor, at this time, I have reviewed the discovery. I've discussed this matter with my client. And there is referenced in the discovery is another case that is directly relevant to this one. Essentially, this is a criminal trespass. And the evidence that Ms. Click was
Could be.
advised of a no trespassing order is in another case, and that was not provided. So I'm requesting a continuance so I could issue a request for discovery of the other case that would actually have the necessary information to determine, how we want to proceed in this.
Okay. Mr. Regier, your response?
Right, like
Look,
Mr.
Moto G
Regier?
really knows how to use a phone well. We've seen a whole tour of everything. It's flip flopping all around. Just stop for a walk in the park.
I think he's got it tied to a
Your
rope.
Honor, I'm reviewing the affidavit in this matter. There does
Markel,
appear
the-
to be reference to
Upside down cross shot.
some other case. I am looking through my notes, and this would appear to be only the second time that Mr. Andrews has appeared on this case. So professional courtesy to counsel, if nothing else, I do not believe my office would object to a continuance at this point, provided that the court continues the prior bond in this case with all prior conditions, as well as no contact with the victim or address, which is specifically written as a special condition besides all standard conditions in the 500 professional surety bond, which was executed back in May.
Excuse me, may I speak real quick?
Please do, superstar.
Oh shit!
I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how this goes, but I would just like to say that this is kind of harassment. This is like an offensive thing. I was just there on Mother's Day to see my children. I'm supposed to have parenting time. He's not. He's not recognizing that. It's just been a real abusive thing. I feel like I have suffered so much, and this is an offensive thing against me, an action against me, and I have rights.
Yes, you do, of course. Hold on,
Ms.
You know
Clark,
what I mean?
she's the one in trouble for the trespassing and whatnot.
But she's claiming she's being abused.
She's actually the victim here. I mean, I've got it all confused. Click over here. She's not a lawyer. I know it. You may have thought that just from her legal ease,
Especially the way she represented herself in the beginning.
but she is not. It's never a good idea to try and turn the tables in the middle of a hearing, I say.
Yeah, boss. Remember we went to that? We went to the one where the camera was like. It's only at least they fixed it. I'll give them that.
So much going on. We got very little activity up in the top corner and so much activity in the bottom corner.
So professional up in here, but we get down here in the corner and it's
anything goes.
And it's crazy. I don't know about you guys. It makes me nuts when I have rotation on my phone and I'm like looking through Facebook and I accidentally just off to the side of it. It makes me nuts.
Back. I'm like, what are you doing?
I mean, could you imagine being connected to something as important as this and just all willy-nilly just out walking around, crotch shots, filming anything. The dude's out walking his dog.
For some reason, Matthew, my God, Matthew is very concerned. I don't know what Matthew's got going on. I don't know what his case is, but man, if you notice, he does a lot of head and hand activity. So I think he's worried.
Well, look who's back asleep again.
It's that time of day.
Victim card 100% played. We'll see how that works out. Judge Webster, I love it because, she does seem to really listen and take things in, even if it's bullshit coming out of your mouth. She seems to just kind of sit there and she'll nod and she'll kind of, you know what I mean? Like, you don't see that a lot with some judges.
She doesn't escalate situations. She lets them play out a little bit and then she'll give you an opinion.
Oh yeah, and then she'll go in for the 1-2 punch too. Sometimes she can be.
She's gonna let you know. Yeah. Okay, I'll let you talk, but I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong.
I mean, I'm supposed to be able to see my kid. He's been pretty abusive and harassing.
Hold up, Miss Clark. Who's been abusive and harassing?
Sean Hawker, my kid's father. When I left him, he started
these names today.
All right, Sean Hawker is named as the alleged victim of the trespass.
Yes.
Okay, and he is what, the father of your children?
Yes, we were together for 13 years. When I left him, I started getting harassing phone calls. When we were passing the kids back and forth, he would scream at me. He's just been very, very hard to deal with. When I try to communicate with him, he would leave.
The attorney's doing like this.
It's like, yeah, stop talking.
He's like, don't do that. Stop. Be quiet, lady.
Yes, Mystic Lady, just kind of like how she, with her nods, and it appears that she listens to every little thing, and I love how she backed up to ask about the abuse part because that is pretty important. I mean, listen, we did. What do we know?
It could be something true in there.
Could be true. So. But they were passing kids. Good point.
Passing kids. It's
into arguments on purpose and stonewall me, and then I'm gonna screenshot this to show the judge, and like it's just been constant.
Okay, hold up, Miss Clark. Hold up. You
Click.
made the comment that you're not an attorney and
Yes.
that you don't know how this works. Well, you do have an attorney, a very experienced, competent attorney, Josh Andrews. He's here on the screen with us. And he's asked for a little more time to make sure he has everything he needs for your defense. So I would urge you
No.
to take up your concerns, if you haven't already, with Mr. Andrews.
Mm-mm.
And I will call Ms. Glick immediately after this hearing to talk to her some more about that.
Okay, so he can take you down that path. But I think I'm sensing that you're not wanting a long continuance because you say this is harassing to you.
And Bill's not even her attorney.
I was prepared to grant the
And he's
continuance.
freaking out.
to February, I think, is my next available docket, but Savannah, do
February.
you have anything else available
Got some
on
time.
my docket that you can fit it in?
Matthew, you all right, buddy?
It's hard to tell with the system down exactly how many
That's right.
cases we have on every day. We can probably put it on the January 29th day. I know that's not a lot sooner than the February, but
I was just thinking, Savannah, we had packed the 29th. At
I
some
know
point.
that's why I had moved on to the February one, but
Yeah.
So just
Well,
a temporary thing and
Quick,
being
it
off.
just sounds like
Telling you.
February is the earliest date. However, if you and your attorney can work out some kind of resolution with the state,
How do
maybe
you
we
end
can
up?
get that-
How are you paying for a lawyer, and you have something coming up, a hearing or anything? How are you not getting a hold of your lawyer, or how is your lawyer not getting a hold of you ahead of time to discuss anything? It seems as if they have made zero contact.
Mhm.
And I don't know if Josh Anders is the
Yeah, Josh Dog.
I don't know if it's Josh Dog or if it's Miss Clit. But still, I don't know. I live my life so differently than most people.
I wouldn't be able to sleep knowing I had court
Right.
coming up.
Right? Yes,
I'd be like,
that's it. That's 100%. And I'll be honest with you. In my life, I'm not a dot every I, cross every T kind of guy. I kind of live by the seat of my pants. But when it comes to serious shit like that,
yes.
in a heartbeat, I am on it. I got every base covered. So show up to these things, unless you live your life this way. Maybe you're in and out of court a lot. Maybe these people. Maybe that's how a lot of these people live. I don't know.
They're just wandering around with not a care in the world.
Yeah,
Especially if your children are involved, you're claiming that you're being abused and this, that, and the other, which I don't even know how they don't even have contact with each other. But
okay, superstar. Sorry, JJ.
well,
I got it wrong. Football.
Sports.
Put on Judge Lee's docket, or we can just put it on the trial docket if you can't work it out. So let's go with, what was that date in February?
it's February 12th, Your Honor, at 9 a.m.
Oh,
Yeah,
February.
that's a ways out.
Sorry, Your Honor. But I'm
February 5th, if you want it for trial, that'd be the pretrial. Do you want to put it on there?
no, Your Honor, I misunderstood. I just misheard. February 12th, I'm available.
All right, and if you and counsel work something out where you can make use of a Judge Lee docket, then feel free to ask and see if we can put it on
What
his.
the hell is
docket.
that?
For now, Ms. Click, I am going to order that you continue on your bond with all the conditions, including the contact issues with the father of your children. And you'll need to be back here by Zoom February 12th at 9 a.m. unless your counsel tells you otherwise.
I know that this might not be the time to ask, but
Oh,
is
God.
there any kind of countermeasures
Why is
that
Bill-
I can take?
Why is Bill so into this? Did you just see him?
Bill,
coming
I'm
at
telling you, Bill is
Yeah.
losing his mind that Josh is just, willing. Josh hasn't said a
No.
effing word.
He's just like he's just sitting there. He's taking notes or something. I don't know. And Bill is all worried. Do you think maybe
Bill's
Bill
coming unglued.
No, because if Bill was representing the other dude, he wouldn't be like telling
No,
him.
no. She's losing his mind. I guess he just can't take it. And she's over there just busy running up to the guy's
Get
house.
away from here.
Yeah, get out of here.
Oh, yeah. How about Blaney? I missed about half the race, but we got back in time for me to watch that. Truck race was a disappointment and very it was nuts. So bad. People taking each other out in a championship race. It was embarrassing for the sport. We'll say that.
Oh my.
It really was. Anyways.
Because I'm the one that's being harassed here. I'm the one that's being hurt. I'm the one that's been attacked. I'm the one that's being kept away from my children. He has not suffered any kind of consequence at all. Like, I am not harassing him. I am not hurting him. I'm paying him to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You know, I'll ask my lawyer. I don't think this is the appropriate time.
All right, I think you made a
Look at Bill. Bill's the best.
So we'll be in recess.
What is he saying? Do you see Bill's? He's over there mouthing things.
Yeah, he's like, shut the fuck up, woman. Come on.
Are we sure that it's not Bill that's the attorney?
No, it's Josh Andrews over here.
I said that, but maybe
he's lost it. It's hilarious to watch him go, man.
Yeah, it's fine. I apologize. I worked all day Saturday getting ready to sell yesterday and was there by the time the sun even came up, and we didn't leave until 3-something. It was a long day, my friend.
I told everybody, I said, Cree's got a real job.
Yeah. We need to pay bills and things.
Excuse Mr. Andrews. Anyone else on the docket?
Not to my knowledge, Your Honor.
All right, then you also are excused, Mr. Andrews. Thank you.
I was just going to say right before she popped off.
Mr. Cummings.
I bet she'll say one more
Who do you
thing.
have on the docket today?
I got Miss Brianna Dick and
Brianna Dick?
I'm telling you, this is fake. Farmer Chat.
both in my office.
All right, thank you all. Hold those up.
Is it Brenna? It's Brenna, I'm sorry.
All right,
Dick and Cummins.
It's Bill Cummings and Mr. Dick. What a case.
You have Brenna in your office. We'll take up her case first.
Okay.
On the record in 23 CR 327, State of Kansas versus Brenna Renee Dick. Please announce appearances.
Which
Trevor here on behalf of the state.
Bill Cummings appearing with Miss Dick via Zoom. She's not going to make any announcements to the court today, Judge.
Thank God.
All right. So how do you wish to
Oh,
proceed?
it's such a jab by Bill.
I have several emails and phone calls into the prosecutor on this case.
What's happening down there?
So I don't, I'm at a loss. But I guess we would like to continue it since we don't have any explanation as to what they would like us to do.
5 counts of battery against a law enforcement officer.
Whoa. Fuck.
Battery of Captain Knapp, but they didn't charge that as law enforcement. DUI, transporting an open container. Well, I can see why you need to talk to an attorney with those kind of charges and that number, but it's not the oldest case. It's July 29th. Mr. Regier, any objection to continuing this?
No objection, Your Honor. I'm assuming the court is continuing the
Mr.
defendant.
Dick went crazy on the
prior
police.
bond with all standard conditions.
I would, but if you could make a note to Mr. Sweeney to let him know counsel's
Nancy.
anxious to discuss with him, that might be helpful. And
Needs more time on the Dick matter.
Mr. Cummings, February.
Speaking of that, Carol, fan of the year, puts up a post. A very confusing post this weekend. Did you see it by any chance? Her sitting in the garage with what sounded like with the door closed and her car running. I mean,
Thank God I didn't. I'd have called the law.
Right? I mean, thankfully there was enough people that had posted very quickly when she had done that.
Carol, please.
She didn't have it running. But it just sounded like she had said something along the lines that she was sitting there for 20 minutes with the garage door, sitting in her vehicle, garage door down before she took in the groceries or something like that. I was like, huh?
Carol, I got to implore you. Think twice before you do that ever again. You're nowhere near done with my quilt.
Sharon, thank you for the reminder. Had nothing to do with that. It just reminded me about that. I was like, Jesus Christ. Thankfully there were I mean, seriously, yeah, I would have tried to like
talk her off the ledge, maybe call
Of course,
law
'cause
enforcement.
I'm not
Get
that-
up with her brother, maybe.
right. Since I'm not that stupid, I know. Well, it sounded like it if you read the post. It was like, God almighty. Oh, I just skipped. If I skipped any, no,
I think you could.
Damn it.
12th is my earliest. Are you okay with that?
Taking a walk. I
Yes,
don't know
Your
what.
Honor.
All right, we will set this over
Mary.
Mary.
February 12th at 9 a.m. Ms. Dick, your conditions remain as on your bond. Make sure you follow your bond and reappear with your attorney February 12th at 9 a.m. And Mr. Cummings, I might tell you the same thing that I told your colleague a while ago. If council comes to some kind of resolution by plea and you want to put that on an earlier docket with Judge Lee, we'll see if we can accommodate that.
Miss Dick doesn't look like a beater.
Okay, nothing further.
Nancy, thank you for the 5 memberships for We Got a Case channel. Appreciate you.
Nancy.
On the Webster is Wonderful Express. Nancy, thanks again.
Be in recess. Ms. Dick will be
Good recess.
excused.
And I have Thorin Riggs, Your Honor.
All dicks are excused. She just said it.
Out of here, Dix.
She's with me.
Thank you. We are on the record in 2023 TR 2651, State of Kansas versus Thorin Haley Riggs. Please announce appearances.
Chair Revere, on behalf of the state.
Bill Cummings appears with Ms. Riggs via Zoom.
And how does she wish to proceed, counsel?
Judge, she retained me a few days after she appeared in your court, and then she apparently filed a
and too short, including the Tiff, including the hosts.
Look, man,
it's
a Monday.
We're like children.
Just children here.
Can't help it.
application for diversion, unbeknownst to me. I do have her drug and alcohol eval now. We're going to submit that to the county attorney today, and I would I'm hoping she'll be approved for diversion.
Hardly know.
All right, well, I'll give her plenty of time. We'll set this over to that February 12th of 2024 at 9 a.m. And
I'm sorry. We need to stop the show. This is important. It's about Daytona tickets. Heidi, if you can, just mail, email. You're not that old of a fart, can you? I mean, I can email. If you can,
Her picture
email
makes her look really young.
Yes. She did say it's recess. Go ahead and take a little lunch break.
I figure I'd do it while you guys are talking about tickets.
Go ahead. This is important shit. So Heidi, yeah, if you could email the show, that would be best. If you could do that, we should have do we not even have a thing to put up for the mail on this one? Well, it's CB show. CB show email.
CB show email at gmail.com.
Thank you. There it is, Nightbot. Thank you. CB show email at gmail.com. And Mike will get you he'll give me your.
The secretary will handle it.
My secretary. Lunch is over.
Okay,
we'll hear that she's been diverted and won't have to be back here at that time.
I appreciate it, Judge. Have a good day. I miss the old days of being in person.
Have a good day.
It's
I'd like to go back.
Yeah, it has its pluses and its minuses. But I will continue you on your bond, Ms. Riggs, so make sure you follow the terms of it.
And Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Bergier.
that
works
was
too.
February 12th for the next control date.
Yes.
Some sort of burger from Wendy's.
We'll be in
I thought it
recess on Riggs.
I thought it was leftovers from the
Your
baby
Honor.
or whatever
Yes.
happened this week.
I do
think
have
we should
another
wait.
pro se that's here at the Sallyport, Justin McCarthy.
Pick them up.
Yes, they're both so energetic and over the top.
We are on the record in 21 CR 504, State of Kansas versus Justin Francis McCarthy. Jared Regier for the
Hey.
Senate, Mr.
Hello, Nick.
McCarthy in person and pro se. Mr. McCarthy, it looks like you were on diversion, and August 21st, 2023, the state alleged that you violated the diversion and asked that it be revoked on the grounds that you failed to provide verification of attendance and completion of the alcohol drug information
The what?
school.
Alcohol.
You do have the right to deny that allegation and to have a hearing in which the burden would be on the state to prove you violated your diversion.
Why is Monica so far away from her camera?
Do you agree or disagree that you failed to take care of that alcohol and drug information school?
This really is.
Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
I agree. I did not get it done on time.
No. Okay.
Did you get it done at all?
Yes, I've since completed it. Part of the problem was that I thought that I was going to be able to take the class online, just with the way things were with COVID and everything.
Okay.
But that was not the case.
Still using
like
COVID
I said, I've
as a.
since completed the class.
Still works, I
They
bet.
were going to send the documents to where they needed to be. I brought a paper copy with me today.
Did you take proof to the county attorney?
The county attorney that I had been to,
Colin, that's a call you out, but in the middle there, that's the judge. It's not a he. It's FYI.
Well,
Put you on the spot like that.
it doesn't say he, she, or it. It just says
That's right.
Webster.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Don't blame
I get it, Colin. It
Yeah.
happens.
I called, talked to her about missing the class. They, I guess, were retiring or something. Like I said,
Well, she may have retired, but did you take the paperwork to the county attorney's office and show him you completed the class?
She retired, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Regier. Sounds like he was in violation when you filed your motion. He says he's completed the one remaining condition. What's the state's position at this time?
Well, Your Honor, I'll think I'll respectfully defer to the court as to how it wishes to proceed. In the motion to revoke diversion, it does specifically allege that the defendant has failed to provide verification of attendance and completion of the alcohol/drug information school and class. And I'm looking at the diversion agreement that was filed with the court back in July of last year. The diversion agreement specifically requires that the verification be provided by April 25th of this year.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think we're well past that at this point. If the court does determine that a continuance is appropriate, certainly if the defendant intends to submit any additional paperwork for my office to consider, that can be done at the email address areception@bucoks.com, or it could be submitted to my office directly.
Jay needs to sell advertising on that
Mr.
forehead.
Really should.
McCarthy, from what you've told me, you violated your diversion and there are grounds to find you violated it today, but I'm not hearing a strong
Kenya.
objection to setting this over. Now, even if I set it over to another day, there's no guarantee that the county attorney will excuse your lateness of completing the terms of the diversion. There's no guarantee that they're going to accept this verification of completion at this point in time, but I'll give you a chance to take that to the county attorney and see if you can work that out.
Got to be more than that, isn't it?
To
A little bit.
Seriously? If that's the case, that's even if it's a couple days.
February 12th
I
at
was
9
confused,
a.m.
Your Honor. I thought I could take it online.
No, what kind of Rupert
All
you
right, do you
got
have any
up?
questions about what we've just done, Mr. McCarthy?
oh, Your Honor.
Oh,
All right,
Monica.
I'd suggest if you've got a document in
fan.
hand that says you completed that program, you'd walk it down to the county attorney today.
Why is
Nothing
the
further will be
guard got his mouth open?
February 12 at 9 a.m. and Mr. McCarthy is excused from these proceedings.
Get out of here. Get out. Go on.
Go get. Go take your damn class.
Anyone else, deputy at the court security?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Well, you know.
I just noticed that. Yeah, when
Let's
she's
see,
flipping
Mr.
papers, it kind of A and
Gentleman
W.
walking with Motorola Moto G Pure.
Creamy.
Some kind of
You don't like
cap
A&W?
on your head. What's your
No.
name? Looks like maybe a welder's cap. What's your name?
Blasphemy.
Chris Stokes, ma'am.
Chris Stokes. Okay. Let's put Mr. Stokes' name on there. Have you had a chance to
A
talk
welder's
to Mr.
cap?
Patterson? Is he your attorney?
Wow, what a-
I thought he was. I've tried to contact his office 4 different times. I left a couple messages, but I haven't had no chance to speak with him on this matter yet.
Your Honor.
Yeah, he is your attorney. Yes, Mr. Regier.
Upon further, this is somewhat unusual procedurally, but if
Did he
the
just have a
court
stroke?
continues to retake up the entry of the McCarthy case, if the defendant is still present, some additional information has been brought to my attention.
Is Mr. McCarthy present?
There you go.
Should be at the county attorney's office. We can
Ma-
go get him.
Mug is hard to
Okay.
find.
It is.
Well, let's get him, man.
Barks is my favorite.
Because it has bite. A&W's. I like the creaminess. I don't like cream soda,
Mm.
but I like the creaminess of A&W. Plus, it reminds me of a youngin' working at WVIN, the same Penn Bob Rod station. We had A&W in the. It was. I remember it was like 30 cents. I think it was 35 cents. But still had a hard time finding that sometimes. Just the light brown can. God.
Tell us more about the Great Depression, Creed. There was 30-cent cans of
I
soda.
was in 15.
Let's
but
take up his case.
Carry much
when he
money.
gets back here.
I was looking into Bob Rod, Penrod's cushions for spare change.
Michael Frakes.
week-old donuts upstairs.
Michael Frakes here.
The Betty K Bake Shop. May it rest in peace.
Michael Frakes.
Pretty bad when your attorney don't show up.
I got Mr. McCartney back, Judge.
Why is Matthew in such a bad mood?
Retake up your case.
We are
think
back
he's scared.
on the record in
Look at it, he's come back.
504 State versus Justin Francis McCarthy.
Swing and a
All
miss.
parties appearing as before. The county attorney, Mr. Regier, asked us to reconvene. Yes, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, upon further review of the case, it would appear this is a defendant that has a counsel of record. I'm showing that an entry of appearance was filed back in April of 2022 by
There you go, Sherry.
attorney Blake Cooper.
There you go, Sherry. That's number one. I think the first time that any birch beer ever hit the beautiful lips of this one down here was at my wedding, right? I let you
Yeah.
in the,
Pop my cherry right there at your wedding.
was it the Pennsylvania Dutch, the yellow can?
Mhm,
one?
yellow can.
Oh, it's yeah, best. Very good. Birch beer. If you've never had it, try it. It's kind of like sarsaparilla.
I recommend it.
State would respectfully suggest that any communications to my office based off of that should be through the retained attorney.
You say down here. What do you mean down here?
All right, Mr. McCarthy, did you already take that document to the county attorney?
As I said, the woman who led the class that I took said she was going to send it to the appropriate people. I never took it anywhere myself.
Oh, I thought you said you had it with
Oh.
you tonight.
Just now I did. I'm so sorry. I thought you were talking about beforehand. Just now I did.
And they have it in their file, or they have it in their hands now? Someone does?
Yes, they made a copy.
All right, well, as counsel has pointed out, when you signed your diversion agreement, Blake Cooper was your retained counsel. So contact Mr. Cooper today and tell him what's going on and give him your new court date.
No, he's a robot. He doesn't
Okay.
smell.
All right, give him a call as
I
soon
bet
as
he's
you
a lot of
can,
fun to hang out
as
with,
soon as
though.
the spring is over.
Yeah.
All right, I will.
At church.
Because now that we know he's your attorney of record, you'll have to be doing the negotiating with the county attorney for you.
My apologies. I didn't realize he was still my attorney.
I didn't either, so we're in the same situation. But you're excused now at this time for sure.
All right, beat cheeks. Get out of here. Scram.
We'll be on the record in 22 TR 2762, State of Kansas versus Michael James Keith Frakes, Michael James Keith Frakes.
The desert hasn't
Chair
always
of
been
the
known
Beer
as
State, is Mr. Frakes here?
root beer capital.
Yes.
Whoa, what was
What?
that?
Start your video, Mr. Frakes.
Hello.
What was that? Did we just wake somebody up?
Erica, you need to
Erica?
come in and say, yes.
That's me.
What's the chances this dude ain't just laying right in bed right now?
Oh, he's got to be, right? Can we turn on your camera? Do you have clothes on?
Does his normally not say Sally Port, though? The court security, or am I?
Yeah. But I guess he's outside of the. Remember, usually when he's in Sallyport, it's all those lockers around him.
True that. Yeah, the burgundy lockers. Hello.
Should be a little red icon that looks kind of like a camera with a light.
Yes.
Eyes in bed.
Make it lighter in that room so you can see.
Yes, sir.
Is he shirtless? Oh,
Yes!
hell yeah,
Light
he
bulb
is.
You can turn on or
He's
something.
naked.
Judge Webster, we might want to just
Sorry.
let's just not turn on a light. Let's just go for it.
Oh, he has such a great voice too.
Sorry, your what? Did you
Voice
say
of an
your
angel.
neck?
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll try to be brief, but I would like to be able to see.
I don't feel well.
I want to
That's
see your
better.
tits.
That's better. Do you
He's
not
got
have
chaw?
a shirt on, sir?
No. Yeah.
Well, you are in court, and it is customary to come to court fully dressed. I understand
It's
your state.
customary.
I appreciate your efforts, but
Appreciate your efforts of just showing up.
you need to have you dressed.
There we go.
So,
How about
all right.
that?
This case dates back to 2022.
Oh my God.
Martin Keenan had entered on your
Ivory
behalf.
Wings? Nice fan.
You've been charged with DUI on August 21st of
Got
2022.
chaw?
And it was alleged that you'd been convicted of DUI previously in Wichita Municipal Court, so that this would be not a B, but an A misdemeanor, which has substantial fines and some mandatory jail time. So Martin Keenan, attorney, had entered his appearance November 25th of 2022. Judge Hart determined October 31st of 22.
Appreciate your
I
effort.
believe it was Judge Hart.
You really put in the effort.
Judge
Actually,
Webster.
I don't know why I thought it was Judge Hart, but in any event, you didn't qualify for an attorney. So
Real life Satan.
is this one of those that Mr. Keenan took a different job and withdrew from his cases?
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, so then you needed to get
I
a
ran
new
him off.
attorney because you didn't qualify for court appointed. And apparently you still haven't gotten another attorney?
I retained Blake Cooper.
And where is he
I
today?
said, you meant whiskey company. Love it. Uh-oh.
I don't know.
When did you retain Mr. Cooper?
Last week.
Hanging with Mr.
last
Cooper.
week?
Yeah, I've been trying to find one.
Okay, well, I don't see that he's entered his appearance to indicate that he represents you, and he's
Okay.
not here today, which makes me think that there may be a problem with his representing you.
Maybe.
Okay.
Did you
I
pay
have-
did you pay him any retainer that he asked for?
No. I've completed my drug and alcohol evaluation, and that is, and my talks a lot is sent to the court, to the county's office.
Well, I
Oh, can't
you
make this
need
shit
to
up.
have your attorney involved. What makes you think Blake Cooper's taking your case?
Talk to him.
Because he said he would.
Did you
Yeah,
tell
but
him you had a court date this week,
I believe I did.
but you're not sure?
Yeah.
What?
You haven't paid any money to him?
No.
There's
Then
a
he's
lot of
not
attorneys
coming.
require at least something up front, just to make sure that you're serious about having them represent you. So what are you wanting to do today, sir?
I don't really know. I've done the things that I've been asked to do, and I
Who's
don't know what
asked?
else.
The things that you've been asked by whom? Who asked you to do these things?
Sorry.
Well, the last court date, you said I needed to do a drug and alcohol evaluation, and I got that done, and I have signed up for the weekend class. They couldn't get me in October. So there's one in December I'm signed up for, and I've did my Intox-A-Lot, and I don't know what else I need to do.
Intox-A-Lot.
Mr. Regier, do you have notes? My last court note, since it's a paper file and our electronics aren't available, dates clear back to October 31st of 22. And Judge Murphy presided at the time.
I'm pretty sure Mr.
That's
Michael over
when
here
the
is kind of
defendant last said he was
hungover.
going to hire an attorney, but no attorney had entered his appearance to qualify for diversion. So what other notes might you have?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Like, why are we
Yes, that's me.
this case up so much later than that last note?
Your Honor, my understanding is that previously, earlier this year on March 8th, the matter was set for bench trial where Attorney Keenan did appear with the defendant. It looks like shortly thereafter on May 15th, an order for withdrawal was signed by this court, which would appear to indicate that Mr. Keenan, that the court rather granted Mr. Keenan leave to withdraw from the case. I have some other notes from a hearing it was rather a control hearing from August 14th of this year. It looks like Prosecutor Amber Norris was the attorney on that case at the time, with the defendant appear with Mr.
In relation to Fred
Ariano, but an entry of appearance was not filed at the time. So I'm not quite sure at this point how the court wishes to proceed.
All right, so you're saying he actually had Mr. Ariano appear with him at the last hearing?
It would, based off of my notes, it would appear so, Your Honor.
He didn't pay him anything. He didn't come back.
Mr. Frakes, did you ever talk to Attorney Ariano?
I can't remember how many. I've talked to quite a few. I can't remember.
I've burned bridges with everybody.
I call every 1-800 number during the judge shows.
I know.
I don't know.
So you had an attorney appear for you, but you don't remember having him appear with you?
I was drunk, Your Honor.
Keenan's the only one I ever remember having.
Showed up for free.
And now you think you've hired Blake Cooper, but he is not here with you. And this case is quite old.
I understand.
So we need to figure out among the three of us, you, Mr. Regier, and I, what we're going to do with this case.
I remember he had talked to Sweeney, and we worked out a deal to where I served 5 days house arrest.
What?
Is what Sweeney is what Winnan told me.
Is that really torturing this guy? 5 days house
I
arrest?
need to complete the drug and alcohol evaluation, which I have done that, and I have since ordered I've had the Intox-A-Lot put in my vehicle so I can drive to work, and I just need to know where else I need to go. I mean,
You need an attorney is what you need to it sounds like you've had some advice, but you need to complete whatever it is you plan to do for your defense.
My defense, I mean, like, I've already pled guilty, haven't I not?
That's crazy.
I already told you I did it.
Well,
Did
our
I?
statewide computer systems are down, so I can't even get to my notes. Mr.
Oh,
Regier,
no.
do you have anything showing he's pled guilty at some point?
Your Honor, at the March 8th
Fine.
bench trial settings, it would appear that the court did accept a guilty plea and the matter was set over for sentencing. But, but again, given that the issue of representation does appear to be somewhat up in the air, I'm somewhat hesitant to do much, given everything that the court has already referred to today.
So the March hearing where he pled that, you had Mr. Keenan as his attorney at that time?
That is what my notes would appear to suggest, Your Honor.
And then Mr. Keenan took another position and
Sounds like a kid's toy for drunkards.
well,
I don't like this any more than you guys do. I promise you that.
I'm not picking on you, Mr. Frakes, I know. Let's see.
I'm not having much fun.
Where do you
Judge.
work, Mr. Frakes?
City of Douglas.
Works
City
for
of
the
Douglas?
city?
I wonder
Wow.
if we could maybe can see if you qualify for court appointed at this time. Would that be okay? If I asked you some questions to see if I could maybe appoint an attorney?
Yeah. He's high,
Or,
allegedly.
or do you want to continue to hire Mr. Cooper if you think you can? I just want to make sure we get this resolved sometime in the foreseeable future. For your sake as well as everyone else.
Yes, I understand.
Mr. Johnson shoot
rather
hip
have
hop
people, I
video.
guess. I mean,
Okay, that's fine then. I will give you time to do that. I will set this.
That's his
over.
album cover for sure.
I
can
just
see it.
do I need to have an attorney? I mean, like if
Look
it's
at that
already
hair.
set to-
I like it.
Sun came up.
I mean, to me, I just as soon
Found a
pay
light
my
bulb.
fines and just get this over with. You know.
Well, I think.
Fine me,
you're
dine me,
asking
69
that
me.
Your attorney and the county attorney already have a plea agreement. Shouldn't they stand by it? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of. Like Keenan told me that I would serve 5 days house arrest and then just pay my fines and continue with my and talks a lot for however long I was supposed to have it for or whatever.
Well, you've got a lot of uncertainty there. I would suggest you get an attorney to finish this case. So I can either see about trying to appoint one, or you can continue to talk to Mr. Cooper about appearing for you.
Okay.
Which do you want to do? You want to continue with Mr. Cooper?
Yeah, and the next time we do this, everything will be in order, I hope, and everything should get resolved.
You'll pay somebody to be
I
there.
would hope so
maybe?
too. So this
Yeah.
is going to be continued to
Gotta break them off
February
a little
2nd
something
at
to
9
show up.
a.m. for sentencing. But yes, make sure you get that alcohol and drug
Right.
evaluation done. If it's done, make sure proof is given to the county attorney. If it has recommendations, make sure you've done those recommendations. And then we'll deal with your sentencing.
Okay, it is done. I've already done that, and it is sent to the county's attorney, is what Mr. Cooper told me.
All right. Do you have copies of that, Mr. Regier?
Regier's out bottling some liquor at the moment. I'm sorry, Judge.
Regret frame. Regret frame.
Jag?
We're
Brah?
waiting.
Well,
Come on. You gotta
got it, something.
what, Markel? You be
Hang on,
quiet.
Mr. Johnson, we'll get to you shortly.
It's not time yet.
Thank you.
come on. Let me jump in. I'd like to represent Mr. Franks.
Seriously, though, this shot of him right there would make a great album cover. It's
Mhm.
no lie. It's the lighting is spot on. He's got the law talk with Markel.
Not to my knowledge, Your Honor, but
Open.
again, given the uncertainty on the issue of court-appointed counsel in this matter, I'm somewhat hesitant to do very much.
She got pampered
All
over
right,
the
well,
weekend.
I am
Kristen.
going to just set it all over to February 12th at 9 a.m. for sentencing. And if you hire an attorney, your attorney can make sure everything's done that needs to be, Mr. Frakes.
Okay, you said February 2nd and then February 12th, which, just
It's
so we're clear.
February 12th. My apologies. February
February.
12th. Well,
Okay,
Lincoln's birthday, Lincoln's traditional birthday, February 12th at 9 a.m.
on
Wow.
Zoom.
What-
on Zoom.
Trivia.
Not his
Thank you.
untraditional
You're
birthday.
welcome. Make sure you continue all the conditions of your bond and reappear at that date and time with your attorney.
Markel, I'll let you off.
Thank
It's scot
Now,
free
what
if you
time
just
was
sing
it?
for us a little
February
bit.
12th?
9 a.m., 9 a.m.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Markel's
And
hit
we'll be
song,
in
No
recess,
Lie,
so you
No
are
Lie.
excused.
No lie, girl, no lie.
Mr. Patterson, are you ready to proceed? I know there's a Chris Stokes that wants to talk to you.
I'm so sorry I missed that.
Judge, I am ready to proceed. It's kind of a mess without the E-Flex, without, hard to find people, talk to them ahead of time, but I think we have talked to most everybody now.
Okay.
So I am ready to proceed on the ones that we have here today.
We have Susanna Estrada Martinez.
Oh,
Yes,
Susanna?
Judge, we're ready.
Susanna, banana, banana.
Oh, this is
We are
Strada.
on the record in
now.
2022.
You know.
Or 2022 TR 2916. Please announce appearances.
State appears by Devin Canfield.
It's all
Jared
yours.
Patterson appear on behalf of Susanna Martinez, who does appear via Zoom audio visual. Your Honor, I would announce at this time pursuant to plea negotiations, state has agreed to dismiss count 1. On count 2, state has agreed to amend to 8-235. To that amended charge, my client would enter plea of guilty.
And that is your announcement, Mr. Canfield?
It is, Your Honor.
Ms. Estrada, how do you plead then to count 2 as amended?
To be honest, she does. She has that. She has like that perfect secret sauce. I'm telling you, she's caring. She's listening. She's very thorough. Ask the questions it needs to be. But again, like we said earlier in the show, she can be ruthless too. We've seen her. We've seen her really
ruthless though. She still keeps that even keel, that same tone. Her tone never changes.
Yeah. No, I really like her. I like the way that she handles her court too.
To operating a motor vehicle without a driver's license?
Oh.
Not guilty, Your Honor.
You admit that on August 21st, 2022, you were driving in Butler County and did not have a legal license. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's correct.
Is anyone making you enter this plea today by any kind of threats or promises other than your plea agreement?
No, Your Honor.
And do you understand that if I accept this plea, you will be waiving your right to trial and your right to appeal conviction?
I understand.
Okay, and do you know where you were in Butler County when you were driving? Without your license?
I'm so sorry. I don't recall, but I was there.
She's heading down to Adam and
And
Eve.
either counsel remember where she was or have notation to that effect?
Your Honor, it was on US 400, mile marker 305 near Leon.
Okay.
So 305 days in
All
jail.
right, I
Then.
have jurisdiction, and you said you were driving and you did not have a license.
Oh.
And that this happened August 21st.
She not
so I
plead
will-
not guilty?
22, actually.
And then
I
admitted
will
to it.
accept your plea and
Oh,
find
it's a
you
plea.
guilty. Recommendations for sentencing, Mr. Canfield?
State would recommend a $100 fine plus costs and fees, 4 months jail, suspended for 6 months.
Throwing the book at her.
Mr. Patterson, anything further?
Nothing further, Judge.
All right. I will first of all dismiss.
Who's got
Right. You know, Double L had just mentioned it a few minutes ago, and I was like, because I'm usually pretty quick to catch those. That one was very loud.
There's been 2 back-to-back really loud ones. So I'm
Uh-huh.
wondering who is it? Who's the guilty party?
It's got to be Susanna, no? I mean,
And then for the amended count 2, Ms. Estrada Martinez, I fine you $100. You will also be responsible for $108 in court costs. Now, are you employed?
I am.
she'll never
Do you
recover
work
financially from
full-time?
this.
Oh.
Where do you work?
Cricket.
I work for the KU School of Medicine.
I'm sorry, I didn't make out what you said.
Oh, the KU School of Medicine here in Wichita.
Oh.
Look at you. Should get a
You're
license.
also going to be responsible for $250 of your attorney fees. That means your total due will be $458.
Yeah, rip.
Your
He's
sentence will be 120 days or 4 months. It is suspended, meaning you won't have to serve it as long as you're successful on a non-reporting probation for 6 months. So for 6 months, you have to do 2 things. 1, do not violate any laws. And 2, get this 458 paid.
Raquel's
How much
laying
time
down
do you
now.
need to get that paid?
Ooh. Good gracious.
I can get it. Can I have like 4 months? Is that maybe?
4 months to pay $100?
This ain't $50 6-month place.
I can do that. Make sure. I
Thank you,
don't
Judge
usually
Webster.
Go that far out, but I will.
on $100. What?
Yes.
We just went white, but we came black.
Make it lighter in that room so we can see.
We went backwards, Creed.
We did.
Went backwards in time.
Did you notice I wasn't touching anything?
Turn on or something.
I think that's probably it then. We're just gonna call it a day right there.
Well, because we're at 44 out of 46. I don't know why I just did that.
I don't know either. Maybe it was that chirp that sent it back in time. I don't know. It was very loud. I don't lie.
I'll never understand that. It's a battery. It's not that big. Double D's, Wonder Twin Double D's with 2 blinds. Thank you. Happy Monday. I think that you are on the
caboose. Yeah, look at that. Tell your friends. Tell them all.
That's a wild one.
That was very obnoxious.
Guys, thanks. By the way, we completely forgot. So a couple of things. We'll talk about it more later. But the thing is, Fan of the Year stuff getting ramped up today. And also the Secret Santa as well. It's going to be live on Discord, which I'm looking forward to. $50 cap. You think that's good? I thought that was good.
I am.
Don't go above 50.
Yeah, right, don't be above 50.
Try to stick around 20.
Yeah. Like you can put. I'm guessing you can put enough stuff in there on your wish list that equals $50. Is my understanding. If I read that right, there's a language barrier between me and Fred. And he put some stuff at the top that I'm like, I'm not a computer person, so I don't know what none of that means.
I felt bad because there was one small thing that needed to be changed, and I was like, "Dude, you've done so much awesome work."
You don't want to. I hate him change that. It says it. Don't worry, it will show your address.
Yeah, he goes, "Well, it's not live." I said, "Okay, good. It wasn't live yet. We can go back."
No, it wasn't. I didn't want to correct him. I was
it's
just
the
like,
tiniest little things, though. Yeah, you're right. He speaks very good,
very good English, way better than me.
So the Secret Santa thing, we'll be talking about that a little bit as we move on. But yeah, you are going to need Discord because it is ran by a bot. That's right. It's 2023, and we're just gonna let it happen. We're gonna see how it goes.
Let the robots take over and just do it all.
And as far as Fan of the Year stuff, do we want to just hit on that during the chase?
Yeah. We'll just hit on it during the chase because I've been holding off putting it up and making it active. But that's going to go active. I figured that's our biggest audience. Sure. So it'll be active and mention it right then, so people can then, as soon as the show's over, go and start nominating people.
Cool. Yeah, looking forward to both of those. Carol Small, of course, been a fantastic Fan of the Year.
Oh my God! All those ribbon cuttings and sick kid hospitals she visited for us really did her work for being Fan of the Year.
Yeah. And I mean, without her, we would never have this.
I can't get up.
So remember that.
Never forget.
Anyways, the Webster is Wonderful Express. Oh, Mary Lou. Gary, Nancy with them gifts, and Wonder Twin Double D's. You may not see it down there, but
it's right here.
You're on it.
Tip of our tongues.
You're on it.
You're on that thing. But yeah, look forward to all the stuff that's happening. Lots of big stuff. I think we're getting somewhere with this. I think the Secret Santa thing's going to help.
Oh yeah, that's progress, baby.
So
progress, baby. Yeah,
progress, baby.
It's about to do this shit. Let
do it.
AI do it.
We'll take credit.
Nothing bad will happen. Oh, we don't take any credit.
What could go wrong?
Talk to Fred. I have no idea.
Somebody starts asking questions. I say, "Hey, Fred, go talk to Fred about that." I don't know. You guys stay safe. You guys stay hard. You guys stay tuned because there is a court case coming up, Creed, at 3:00 today on the main channel, Creeds and Mikey, of a guy. I just stumbled across it this morning as it was happening. This guy's a deadbeat dad, and he's got one hell of an attitude and starts insulting people that work for the court right to their faces.
I look forward to that.
So make sure you check that out.
And not to give out too much, but big day here tomorrow on We Got a Case, I heard.
And it's a long one too. Hopefully there's a lot of pausing that I can go cut out because it's an hour and 25 minutes.
Well, I think it's going to be worth it from what you.
Oh my God,
it's a little bit.
So good. So keep an eye out. The IBS guy will be back tomorrow. Tell you more about his pooping problems and much more. You guys take care. Top Guys out.
How's that Wendy's?
We're going.
What is it?
There's a double stack.
Their bread is very dry.
It's gotten very dry right now, especially.
Yeah.